It already smells good.
I'm just smelling canned chicken, so I can't wait till I smell what you're smelling. By the time y'all hear this, it'll be February. How do I know that? Because February is tomorrow. Also, we have a birthday party to go to. That's going to be fun. Shout out to Williamsport. You taking it over there?
The depression pot. She gonna eat straight from the pot.
Yeah, but you know there's like a whole 2 episodes before that, right? Yeah.
Well, it's better to have it cooking over here. That's fine. Last time it was just right here. If I have it just right here, we're not gonna see it. It's gonna be fine.
If you say so, but I'm probably gonna move it. But you can cook it where you want to. I'm cool with that. Okay, let me do stuff.
The diffuser's already out. You just gotta put in water.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, you see that big black thing? That's
Okay.
a diffuser.
Okay.
And then if you look to the right where you see the Epsom salts, those are the oils. You only really have to pick one oil. I wouldn't pick anything from Christmas. I should put Christmas aside. The blue box that's underneath the green box. There you go. Pick your favorite smelling one and put 10 to 15 drops in there after you put the water. That's right. That's right. The pod's going to understand how to do essential oils for your bathroom.
For your essential. How high am I supposed to be able to fill this?
It has a line on there. Go to the line.
Oh, I see. We'll hit the max line. Okay. Then check the shit. What do we got in here? In fact, this one says dreams. Sweet dreams. Well, maybe not sweet dreams.
I was about to say, he's trying to put us to sleep, chat.
Air freshener.
Air freshener.
Immunity. This sounds like what you need, some calm mind.
No, I need immunity from your poopy butt.
You need to relax. Like this one. Relax.
How am I going to relax with that poopy butt?
The last one is happy, actually.
Smell happy. Does that have orange in it? Your mom said put an orange.
I thought you were doing a your mom joke for a minute there. It doesn't say orange. I don't know if it smells like orange, but you know what it smells like? It smells fucking happy is what it smells like.
Okay,
so you said 3 drops?
No, I said 10 to 15.
10 to 15? Okay.
3 drops. He's like, I don't want to smell nothing except water vapor.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the 16 one dropped in for good measure, so you'll be extra happy.
We can only hope.
You better be. And then I hit the power button.
I'm going to punch him in the
And it just says on, so I'll just leave it on. Okay, cool. And
Is it doing the thing?
Yeah, it's doing a thing.
Okay, good. Because sometimes it's just, there's a light button on there, so as long as you didn't just hit the light button.
Oh, it says on. And there's like a timer, but there's also just a light, but it sounds like it's doing stuff.
Okay.
So I assume it's doing what it's supposed to fucking do. Okay?
Okay.
I feel like now is the time to tell everybody why you're so...
I'm so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Chat, I'm growing a mutant in my tum-tum.
This is not Fallout.
I was actually thinking Franklin.
You don't have a mutant. Franklin?
Yeah, is Franklin not a mutant?
From Fallout?
No, from fucking Fantastic Four.
No, he's not a mutant.
I thought he was a mutant.
I mean, okay, I guess it depends on your definition of a mutant. Because if you define a mutant as just somebody born with powers, and sure, you could call him that by technicality. And so he has been invited to be an X-Man in on Krakoa for that technicality. But in actuality, a mutant has a very specific gene that typically doesn't even unlock until puberty. So in that regard, no. Franklin Richards, which if you would have said Franklin Richards instead of just saying Franklin, like there aren't a million fucking Franklins in the universe that you can
How many Franklins are babies?
I don't know, but the first Franklin that I thought was fucking Grand Theft Auto.
What?
You said like Franklin. I'm like, how is Franklin a mutant? Because he's black. he's a mutant.
What?
And the other two protagonists of Grand Theft Auto aren't mutants. Like, what?
Where the fuck did Grand Theft Auto come from?
You just said Franklin, and that's the first Franklin I thought of.
You don't think of the first baby Franklin. If I was like, baby Franklin.
You didn't say baby Franklin.
If I'm talking about a baby.
You said we were talking about a mutant, and then you just said Franklin. And I'm like, this isn't Fallout. So I was like, it's the mutant guy that's not a fucking ghoul named Franklin.
Where did Fallout even come from?
Mutant! Because what's the last thing that we watched that has mutants in it?
The mutant was in the episode before this last one.
But no, the other dude who's
we don't know exactly what he is.
He's not a fucking ghoul.
There's different...
He's probably a mutant.
There's different types
You
of
know
monsters.
more about Fallout than I know.
Yeah.
And so just looking at him and looking at ghouls, and I think that they're very specifically having him have a conversation with the ghoul about being a ghoul because he's not a ghoul. That sounds like how storytelling probably works. I think he's a mutant. He had that mouth on his fucking shit. His fucking arm fell off. All the spoilers for Fallout, but not really, because go watch that shit.
By the time this comes out, it'll be the spoiler safe zone.
Go watch.
But it's not exactly like...
Shit. We didn't spoil nothing important.
Right? We haven't even said who it is.
Yeah, we don't. It's like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, Boots is with Child.
I am with Child.
Little Bulo.
Little Bulo.
Little Zoots.
Or little Oreo or Grogu.
Don't call it Grogu, please. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that.
He's not having any fun over here.
I'm not having Grogu.
That's Grogu. So cute. Do you know how many Grogu stuff I found?
You can dress the child like Grogu.
Yes.
When they come out, but like, just don't call them.
So does
Grogu.
that mean? No, wait. We already agreed that this Halloween, we're definitely. Well, I want to be Rogue, so that you can be Gambit, so we can get married as Rogue and Gambit.
I want to be a Jedi.
You can.
And have my lightsaber. She wants me to spend more money on stuff.
Everybody agreed that it would be cute.
Of course everybody agreed that it'd be cute.
Because it is.
But yeah, that's a big life development.
Big life development.
It's crazy. We haven't talked to y'all in months. I want to try to make this monthly now, just because...
We got over the holidays, you know. Boots got gainful employment that happened. But now that we're cosmically inclined at this point, or declined, whatever, we're gonna have to find a different rocket ship. So guys, chat, my mom bought me a drinking for two, and next time we do the pod, I'm gonna do one of them, and I'll let you know what these little mocktails taste like.
You go ahead and mocktail all you want to, but for me, I'm just gonna continue to be high on life, because low-key has been working for me, actually.
You don't want one of these nice little tasty refreshers?
I said I could have one, yeah, but like that's not what's gonna take me. It's a mocktail.
No, the high on life is this one. That's this episode. It's a different. Remember, we're on a different little
that's
cosmic. Right? Yeah, this one's high on life. Yeah. Yeah, we're about to.
Damn, it's been 17 minutes.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna cut out.
We're gonna cut some of it.
But no. Today we're not just here to do the pod. What else are we doing, Zolo?
Wait a minute. Before we do that,
we gotta talk about our sponsors.
Or we can just take off. You guys, welcome to the Cosmic Corner with Zolo and Boots. I'm Zolo.
I'm Boots.
Soon there's gonna be Bulo or Zoots.
No,
and
Bulo.
This is gonna be now our, let's call it for real this time. Let's just make it a monthly gap where we compile the month worth of whatever dope shit, bullshit, crazy shit, awesome shit, whatever we want to talk about, and just kind of have a moment in time where we can just kind of really talk about it. And it's low pressure, but it's just a lot of stuff going on. And it'd be nice to chronicle some of this shit and also just share with people. So thank you for being people. Thank you for being here with us. Just because we're going on a no rocket ship kind of situation, it doesn't mean that you can't still listen to the pod and join your favorite rocket ship or your mocktail, or you can just also be high on life, which I do think that's the name of this episode. Because why not?
High on life.
High on life. And so yeah, there's plenty of us for us to talk about, and part of the reason that I also did this too is because we can be doing shit while this is happening.
We're gonna let me settle.
You can settle all you want to, but at some point you do have to like get your fits.
I will get my fits while it's happening, like I did last time, and it worked really well.
Why you got?
Because I'm a method actor in my method, and Zolo doesn't want me to be great in my own creativity.
It's not a damn method actor. That's a damn excuse.
I said in my own method.
Excuse.
No, notice how he's trying to micromanage me right now, chat.
I'm trying to direct because I'm the director. I'm
Okay.
just trying to make sure that everything goes smooth.
It's going to be smooth.
And that we have thought about everything that needs to be thought about before we're going to thought about. What are we thinking about since we're thinking about what we thought about?
I'm not gonna lie, I started thinking about Silent Hill.
That's not what we're saying. Before I decided to make sure we started the show off, you were like, oh, what are we going to do today? It's probably the biggest thing. But it's mostly, what are you going to do today?
We're gonna do my coverage of GameChat.
We are back in production of GameChat.
We have to make sure we do this right now, chat, because I'm about to be my second trimester next week. So we gotta do my coverage before I start showing.
Can I just say I'm proud of you that you didn't say semester this time?
I know, I almost did
really
actually.
You stopped enough to do it, but I have to let the chat know. Like,
oh yeah, you gotta let the chat know. Hey guys,
she's been calling it a semester.
Baby brain is making my life stupid.
I didn't say none of those words.
Yeah, you didn't have
said
to.
It. I didn't say.
We
none
all
of
know
those words.
how context works.
But yeah, so because of the whole already, we got into last spring is when we started to pick up production for GameChat again. It was just a thing where it was like, I wanted to be motivated in 2025 and just start to get some shit done. And we had already started producing GameChat 2 years before that, getting Knives coverage. And we got his coverage for episodes one. Yeah, that's funny. There's going to be production shit around that. But we got his coverage for episodes 1, 2, and 4. And that was 3 years ago now. And then last year we started to pick it back up, and so we captured me and Boots' coverage for 1 and 2 all in one day, by the way. Like, we knocked that shit out. And then we started approaching other people about their coverage. Like, we hit Naeem for the tag. We then went and got Matt and Ash for Matt solo one time for 1, and then Matt and Ash together for 2. And then I was trying to get 3 produced, but then life was just life in. And as many people I've been talking to, 2025 just wasn't.
It wasn't it for that type of creativity, productivity. 2025 was a different type of productivity because there was a lot of fire under everybody's ass to do different things. And because of that, they were like, now I'm really ready to do the creative stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people are ready now. And like, I like that because it's just like, we want people to be in their best aura, honestly, for this type of shit. And I think everybody's there, and that's dope.
But also just fire needed to be underneath my ass sometimes. And I don't know, the end of the year just kind of got rough. Our goal was to produce 4 episodes last year. We kind of got hung up and couldn't get finished with 3. But where we stand right now, and we've been talking constantly with a lot of the cast and everything and just keeping more in contact. And we're Black Rose is about to hit another level of legitimacy behind our business. And so we've really been trying to dot our I's and cross our T's. And so the first part of that is definitely, yo, this lady is pregnant now. So we got to wrap her before she starts showing. And so with that being said, I was talking to Naeem yesterday and I was like, if we don't end up doing episode 10 until after the baby, that's probably fine because we have so much time to be putting out all of the other episodes. It would be dope. But at the same time, he was like, and you already said it once that you were open to
dude, how hilarious.
To fucking it over and being just giving you different shooting around the pregnancy.
Shooting around it. But how hilarious would it be if we did episode 10 and the baby's there and it's a random baby? People are like, who's this random baby?
Who's that baby?
It's just a random baby, and each person has the baby at a different point.
Who's that baby?
Whose baby is that? I don't know.
That would be the craziest
so
way.
Funny.
That would be the craziest
That
way.
would be so funny.
Why are you so ridiculous? You're very ridiculous. But yeah, so we're doing most of Boots' solo coverage today. Episodes 4, episode 5, and then episode 7, which she's firmly in the driver's seat. And then in the next 2 weeks, we'll have to come back and then do all of our duo coverage without spoiling the season. You know, me and Boots do spend some time together on set, so
yeah,
we gotta get there. But good progress so far. And I've been loving this notebook and taking physical notes on every single meeting and every single thing that we've been doing. So that's been cool. But let me tell you a goddamn story about yesterday. Because why the fuck not, yo?
Oh, God.
I get home from work, right? You got a story too?
No, I have to do something that I didn't do last night for this. So go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Okay, we'll get there. But so I got home from work, right? I'm parking the car on the street. We got one parking space. We both got cars now. So it's okay, cool. I'm parking on the street. Sometime when I get home from work, I don't immediately get out of my car. Sometimes I'll sit in there for 5-10 minutes just to decompress. Or in the case of yesterday, because of Boots is a crazy woman, she got me watching true crime shit now. She got me watching police body cam shit on YouTube now. And so I was probably sitting there watching some body cam footage, and it had 5-10 minutes left on it. And I'm like, let me just finish this. And then I'm going to go upstairs. And then I got to call Naeem about today. And then I got a bunch of shit that's happening. But, whatever. Tell me why some lady backed into my car. Crunch. Damage to my front bumper. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I open the door. I get out the car. I start waving her down. I'm like, hey, you hit the car. The fact that her car didn't turn off set off something to me. I'm like, I think she about to run. So I pull out my phone. And I try to get a good picture of her license plate. But she just started driving off. So I'm like, nah. I definitely chased her for 2 blocks and tried to get the license plate on the camera. I was recording video at that point. And I was like, I don't think I got a clear shot. So let me just say it out loud on the recording. And I did. And she dipped off. So I went back to my car. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Called the police. It was like, yeah, it's the type of thing that you filed as a police report online. So I can send you the link. She sent me the link. As soon as I got the link, I look out my window. Here this woman go driving around the block again. Obviously, she's looking to park in this area somewhere. So I'm like, yo, okay, cool. So I dip up behind her as she found her parking space. And before I do anything else, I snap the clearest picture of that license plate. Because I'm like, nah. And then...
God, chat.
And then I have her roll down the window. And I'm like, hey, you hit my car. And she looked me in my face and she's like, do you have any dollars? I'm like, what? She said, do you have any dollars? I'm like, did you hear what I just said? And she was like, yeah, let me get the insurance information. And then she just drives away. She just fucking casually just fucking drives away. So yeah, LA is crazy. And I think you're over there. Are you over there doing it right now?
No, I accidentally got onto Amazon, and now I'm looking at this jungle gym for babies.
That's ADHD for you.
Hey, chat, guess who can't have their ADHD medication?
Yeah, because of Bulo.
Bulo. Yeah, I do need to do that, though. What's crazy is he sent all that he sent that to me. He took a video of him chasing.
I told you, I was trying to get the plate, yo.
Just sitting at work, watching him run towards this. I'm like, what's he think he has a fucking body cam on him? He started watching all these body cam videos.
I sent you my own body cam footage. It's wild.
I'm showing my colleagues because they were all worried about him. I'm like, oh my god, because guys, if y'all don't remember, yeah. I got into a total loss accident. And so this job only knows me in car accidents at this point.
And so as soon as they get the news that I'm hit, they're all just concerned. She didn't hit me that hard. So
she didn't.
This is very minor cosmetic damage, which also made me be like, why the fuck are you running from this? It's really not that big of a deal. But I wasn't hurt or nothing.
And then later we watched this crazy DUI video where this chick ran into a Taco Bell which was probably, it's still my favorite one because the cops, the back and forth between the cops is comical. It's like, what?
That shit is hilarious.
And then he starts screaming at her again, and she's like, what? And he gets like immediately on the comms and calmly tells her through the comms. That shit was wild. And then Zolo was like, oh, that chick was drunk earlier. I should have called the cops.
I should have called him in a DUI, and the cops would actually pull it up. But you know, I'm still learning. We're still learning, and it's whatever. Like, I feel like she was dealing with something. She had to be dealing with something to be asking me
for a few dollars
after she hit my car.
How come it's always you and crazy chicks? Does she have like short to no hair?
Yes.
It's always. Are you not noticing a pattern?
Yes. Yes.
Specifically with you.
I don't understand. Y'all just leave me alone. Like, whatever. You know, that's just some other crazy shit that happened.
Crazy LA shenanigans.
What else? I know we did start in the top talking about Fallout, because that is probably the most recent kind of new thing that we've been watching, and it's been pretty dope, right?
Yeah.
Walton Goggins is really knocking that role out. I think he's my favorite part of that show.
Other than Rivals, what's a game you've been playing lately?
I've been playing some Divinity Original Sin 2,
but
I've also been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, because they finally... First, I started this year doing my own playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on my own PS5 account. I was aware that Final Fantasy VII Remake was coming out on Xbox, but for some reason, I thought that was going to be like in the fall or just later this year. And then Boots hit me up and she was like, hey, so yeah, I'm about to buy Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox for you. And I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox. And I have been streaming all of that. I'm not playing that game without streaming it right now, except for...
did you say something like the first 8 hours you didn't?
Yeah, I started the game and just was playing the game first and did like the first reactor type shit.
I'm now remembering your last stream.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. I lost a battle in the battle arena. It was a special battle, and I wonder if hitting reload checkpoint instead of reload battle, because I thought it was going to put me right in that battle again. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to beat these fireballs. There's a very specific way that I got to set up my materia to beat the fireballs, so I needed to not be in the battle with fucking fireballs. But the checkpoint put me back at least 45 minutes to an hour.
And you want to know the funny part? I'm fairly positive this happened the first time when you played on PlayStation as well.
1,000% this happened. Yeah. 1,000% this happened, because it's one of those skill check fights. I be knowing most of the skill check fights before they come.
You definitely gotta fight that house again.
No, I don't. I don't have to fight the house again.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm crossing my fingers. Cross my fingers. I think, because when I reloaded, I am in old girl's massage parlor. But I think that the moment that I'm there is when I'm telling her that you can go ahead and get Aerith all made up. Which means the things that I would have to do is go back to the Chocobo Joe, do Cloud's whole bro day with Johnny, just going all around Wall Market, talking to all these people, trying to get that nigga's card for the Honeybee Inn back, and then finish that and go do the special battle against the fireballs again. That's what I think I would have to do. But if I'm in there and I'm talking to her and she's like, yeah, I want y'all to enter the battle arena, I'm actually going to fucking be very pissed off, and I'm not going to restream that part. I'm only going to start streaming again once I get to the fireballs. So yeah, that's what I'm streaming right now. Mostly is Final Fantasy VII Remake until I finish it, and then I'll go back to PS5 and finish Rebirth again. So far in Rebirth, I'm leaving Junon, which is still pretty decently early in the game, but it might be 15, 20 hours.
Yeah.
So that's been dope. But yeah, we did get back. We've been playing a lot of Rivals still. Made GM Season 5. Pretty dope. Welcome Boots back to the GM club, because she's been in and out of Club GM for a minute, but she's back in there. In like Flynn. Why are you looking at me like that?
Wait, what?
Grandmaster?
Oh, I'm platinum right now.
I'm not talking about Season 6. I was talking about Season 5.
That's true.
Yeah, you're ADHD because you're looking at phone. What you looking at?
I'm looking at I'm waiting for you to ask me what game I've been playing lately.
Oh, you wanted me to do that thing?
Yeah.
What game have you been playing lately, Boots?
Wow, so you gotta have so much spice to it. You know I'm pregnant and you're being so spicy. Chat, I'm a big PlayStation fan. And with PlayStation Plus, you get free games each month. And the free game that I've been obsessed with lately is called Core Keeper.
Gore Keeper?
Core Keeper.
Okay, I'm like, what the fuck? You want some water?
Yes, please. So Core Keeper is open world survival sandbox type of game. You know, kind of like these Stardew Valley-esque, but like you're underground, you're fighting monsters, you can make your little fortress, and you can play up to 8 people, but I don't have anybody to play with because I don't know a lot of people on PlayStation, honestly. And yeah, I've been obsessed with it. I've been streaming that. It's been fun. You know, I think I've beaten 3 of the bosses. And so once you beat the 3 bosses and then you put it into this little like core thing that is the whole reason why you got transported down, because you're an explorer and you were with like an expedition and you found something and it took you down to this underground cavern area by yourself, you know. You have to defeat a couple of bosses and put it into the core, and then the core is like, hey, yo, you need to go over to these places. This used to be a civilization down here. And it's got like different biomes, which means those biomes have different resources, and those resources, of course, it's very like Stardew Valley meets Minecraft.
Every time I watch you play the game, I just think you're playing Stardew
Yeah, he
Valley.
keeps thinking I'm playing Stardew Valley, but it's a pretty fun game. It's a pretty dope game. I definitely recommend checking that out, especially if you're at homies. I'm sure that would be fun with some people to play with. But of course, I am a big builder, so I made the coolest little fortress. You know what I'm saying? I got a little farm on there with all the monsters because you can go and leash up some they call them cattle. All of them are considered cattle. Those are the ones that are non-harmful. You know, you can put them onto your land and shit. And yeah, Core Keeper's been the one I've been playing. And then I need to get back into finishing up. It was Fatal Frame, the Eclipse, Mask of the Eclipse, something like that. And then I haven't finished the remake of Silent Hill 2. So I've been getting back into my horror bag too.
Get in your bag.
In my bag.
I did bring you water.
You did, thank you.
And then let's see. So we're in season 6 on Rivals. Season 5 on Rivals was like Gambit and Rogue. When Gambit first came out, I definitely insta-locked the fuck out of him. And he was one of my favorite healers. And then Rogue came out, and she's a 5-star tank. And I low-key definitely insta-locked the fuck out of her too. And she is so goddamn motherfucking fun. Do you want to tell them about last night, Boots? Do you want to tell them?
Go ahead.
Do you want to? You don't want to tell them?
You tell them.
You want to tell them because I took Boots to the Clobbering Club.
Oh God!
They just opened up the PvP spot, and we played the unique battle where every person gets to pick a team of 3. So I ran Rogue, Gambit, and Blade, and she came out with Emma, Susan Storm, and Wanda. And when I say that Rogue was beating
his fucking Rogue took out my Emma and then my Sue.
Mm-hmm.
But then my Scarlet Witch took out his Rogue and his Gambit. And I got you down to like half health as Blade.
Yeah, but you wasn't finna beat the Daywalker.
Yeah.
And I'm not even like in my bag with Blade right now. I really need to get a handle on his rework so I can really figure out, because apparently he's much more viable now. I'm seeing him a lot more in rank, even at the higher elos. So that's pretty dope. So I'm ready to see all you niggas at the Clobbering Club, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know if anybody that I play this game with regularly has an answer for Rogue. I really don't think so. Like, she is like, Rogue's biggest issue in team composition is the team composition.
We did identify one tank that might be able to, and who was that?
I said that they might be able to work with Rogue a little bit, but I don't think it's an answer, and that's Groot. And only because Groot can turn off CC if he got the big ball. But it's not like he's going to be healing. I don't think that Groot's going to put out as much damage as Rogue. And Groot doesn't really have a way to block in like a 1v1 fight. So I do think that a brawler, like, I think Groot is way better as a tank in a team composition. I think that Rogue is one of those ultimate 1v1 heroes where, like, I don't think a lot of heroes in that game are really whooping her ass in a 1v1. I think the only other tank thing, because he can ground you.
Yeah.
He can stop your mobility. And all of Rogue's moves are basically mobility. So if somebody bring out Thing, that might be the one. But in the unique battle, though, you do get to pick one for one. And so if somebody... Well, I feel like I need to get a good... who's a good counter for Thing?
A good counter
Who's
for
a good
Thing?
counter for Thing?
Angela?
Hell no. That's displacement and Thing cannot be moved.
Thor?
Hell no, because that's displacement and Thing cannot be moved.
Cap?
Hell no, because Cap don't have damage like that.
But Cap got mobility. And
Thing
he can jump
shuts
around.
down mobility. That's Thing's whole thing, is he's shutting down mobility and that he can't be moved.
Probably Groot again.
Groot v Thing, that'd be ugly. That'd be real ugly. So I know how the Clobbering Club works now. So we could do private duels all day, every day, no problem. Or we could put up that 100 units and do the public duel, where if you in the club, you could literally watch the duel happening. There's a big screen, a couple big screens in the club where you can watch the duel happening. And when you outside in Times Square on one of the biggest fucking screens, you can watch the duel happening. And I think that's pretty dope.
I'm going to be in the other club.
The other club is pretty fire. That's
fun.
I do like everything that they're doing with the hub and Times Square. I think they're doing some pretty dope stuff there. But Season 6 also brought one of my favorite heroes of all time to the game.
Deadpool.
And which Deadpool do you think is the best?
Oh, heal pool. But I'm a support main.
Yeah.
I do like being heal pool. I have enjoyed it. My primary concern right now is to get my mains up to what is it? Champion.
Do I remember the full order now? I doubt it. Let me see if I remember. Because with Season 6, they also reworked the lore system, where it used to just be Agent was the lowest rank, and then you got Knight, and you got Captain, and then you got Centurion, and then you got Lord. And Lord was the highest. It took about 20 hours of a character, 20 to 25 hours on average to lord somebody. There was a few characters like Cloak and Dagger who was kind of lower on that, how long it took. Gambit was also a quicker lord than a lot of other lords. But then they added a couple other ones after. So if I remember this, I probably fucking don't, but let me see. After Lord is Count, then Colonel, then Warrior, then Guardian, then Champion. And Champion is the one with the animated Lord icon. Mm-hmm. And that is level 50. And if Lord is level 20, it's like 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'm missing one. I don't know which one I'm missing though. But I got Count, Colonel, Warrior, Guardian, and Champion. I gotta find out which one I'm missing. I'm the only one that I know with the Champion. Mm-hmm. And who y'all think my Champion is? Dr. Motherfucking Strange. Because I've been solo tanking for 5 fucking seasons now at this point. And low-key, I don't want to do it no more. And so, like, I have brought Strange out at the beginning of Season 6 just so I can show off that animated lore icon. Obviously, though, don't ever lose when you got your animated lore, because niggas gonna be like, animated lore for what? Or they gonna look at you like you the reason that the team lost. Oh, you can't be having that spread with that lore. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. It's a team game. Y'all was actually selling. I don't care. I'm trying to bring my rogue out. I have her at count right now. She is my second highest level character, and at this point, she should be the character who I put the second most amount of time in. But I got Doctor Strange at champion with about 200 hours in. So, like, I don't think that's what it's going to take for most people. But, you know, you got to get there. Meanwhile, Boots, I know Boots got a couple counts.
I have
at least your Sue and your
my
C&D.
Sue and C&D. Yep. Yeah, they're the only ones
so who
right
do you
now.
think you would get as champion first?
Probably Sue. My Sue goes hard.
Probably Sue. Yeah.
My Sue does go hard.
She's still pretty good, even after they nerfed her a bit. She was kind of OP in season 5 when they first added her Cell Shield. But she's pretty dope.
Yeah.
What do you have any thoughts on Elsa Bloodstone? What class do you think she might be? Does she look like somebody you would give?
She's probably a DPS, and yeah, because Elsa is dope.
Mm.
I do love me some Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that again. We're doing our MCU rewatch, complete timeline, in preparation for Doomsday.
The last one we watched was Ultron, Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Okay.
So far, I started with, and we're watching complete timeline order. Although I did skip some of the things so far, and I'm gonna have to skip some of the longer Netflix shows just because that's a lot of fucking time. As much as I love those shows and they're dope. But on the MCU complete timeline, so we started with Captain America, the First Avenger. Didn't see Agent Carter, I'm not gonna lie. Captain Marvel, then Iron Man 1 and 2, and then the Incredible Hulk that I watched by myself. Then it was Thor. Then it was the Avengers. Then it was Thor 2. Then it was Iron Man 3.
Yep.
Then it was the Winter Soldier. And then it was Guardians. Technically, they put Guardians 2 right after that, but we decided to skip that for the time and go straight to Age of Ultron.
And then we're going to watch Guardians 2.
So we're going to go back and then watch Guardians 2 and then the I Am Groots. And so after we do that, then it's going to be Ant-Man and Civil War leading into Black Widow, which that's going to be very interesting to watch in that order. And then hit the Black Panther, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok. And then they got Ant-Man and Wasp on here. And of course, you just skip the end credit scene where they get dusted.
Mm-hmm. We haven't been watching all of them anyways.
We've been skipping little shits here and there, but mostly we're hitting the movies. And then we're going to hit the Disney Plus series. So Infinity War, Endgame. It's going to be Loki. Definitely going to do Loki. We're going to skip the What If and the zombies right there. We're going to watch definitely WandaVision again.
Yeah.
Definitely Shang-Chi.
Oh, Shang-Chi's
definitely
in my top 5.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Shang-Chi's in your top 5.
Yeah. I love Shang-Chi.
Destin Daniel Cretton is actually whooping ass. So that was his first entry in the MCU. But then, yeah, we'll hit Falcon Winter Soldier. You got Spider-Man Far From Home. You got Eternals. Then we're going to have to go to Spider-Man No Way Home, which is the only Spider-Man movie that's not on Disney Plus, because Sony is like, nah, all our Spider-Mans are in here.
Yeah.
You got to give us some money somewhere else for that one. And then Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Probably watch Hawkeye again.
Yeah.
I miss Kate Bishop.
I like Hawkeye.
Definitely going to watch Moon Knight again, because that show is just too good. And I do like Moon Knight. Then they have Wakanda Forever. Boots watched the opening this morning,
so I could cry.
Why?
Well, because like I was going through Facebook, and one reel was like it said something to the extent of never has like a title sequence made me cry before, and so I started welling up. And then, so I had to go and just watch it all the way through the title sequence. And then I started bawling. And then I went and promptly lost like 6 games in Marvel Rivals.
Because why would you go into comp with that sort of mindset? I have no clue.
Hey, I got badges. It wasn't me.
But definitely will hit Wakanda Forever. Echo, I'll watch that again. She-Hulk, I'll definitely watch that again. I love that show. I'm actually kind of upset right now that Tatiana Maslany is not trying to come back as She-Hulk. Did you know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the casting.
That kind of sucks.
For the oh fuck, I can never remember her name. She's married to Ewan McGregor right now. She was the
She was the Twi'lek in
yeah.
And Ahsoka.
Oh, I can't remember her name. She's Ramona Flowers and
But you saw her casting for what?
There were people there. The rumor was going around that she would be the replacement, but I think that's just a fan rumor.
That sounds like a fan rumor.
Yeah, but I was like, I could see it.
That sounds like a fan
rumor. I could see it.
I do want to see more of She-Hulk. I want to see her interact with more people in the universe, and we have more like West Coast Avengers type people popping up with Wonder Man. So like,
yeah, I did really enjoy She-Hulk.
Aw,
because like my parents watched all types of lawyer shows growing up, and that's what it felt like. It felt like a lawyer show.
It also felt like it's one of the more comic accurate representations of a character. Like they really did that shit well. So. Nah, come back, Tatiana. Like, you could be mad at Disney. I definitely understand why you was mad at Disney with all the Disney Kimmel shit. But they did bring him back. So Mark Ruffalo, go be like, hey, look, I'm like the most activist ass nigga ever, and I'm gonna still be the Hulk probably. So come back and be a Hulk and use this platform to elevate your activism to a higher audience type shit.
Yeah.
So my fingers are crossed. Maybe we'll see. But then we'll hit Miss Marvel. Of course, that show is fire.
Mm-hmm.
I will watch Thor: Love and Thunder again.
I do love Thor.
I don't love it. It was very mediocre, but I will watch it again.
I like to chat, but I was actually thinking about that today, that I think the Marvel series really does grief and tragedy right. I do. My biggest, and I've said this before, my biggest gripe with Love and Thunder is there's not enough gore. That I like, if you added more to it and it was just gore stuff, I think it would have been a great movie. We should have seen
him kill some more guys for sure. And that would have helped with the tone a little bit.
Yeah.
It kind of was too into the comedy slapstick, so if you bring more of the scary gore in.
Yes, sometimes, but like it is like burned in my brain the moment when Jane Foster is on the ground trying to get Mjolnir because the cancer is just destroying her.
Yeah.
So I think it was really good at balancing that, but I think it was playing it too safe, and it should have, yes, definitely offset the grief and comedy with the horror of gore. And then I think it would have been an amazing movie.
Yeah. Just missed the mark a bit. Then they got Ironheart next on the list, which I'll definitely watch that again.
I love Ironheart.
Fucking Mephisto. They just put Werewolf by Night randomly right there, which is interesting.
That's not a bad place to put it, right before Quantumania.
But then, yeah, we'll hit it's Guardians Holiday Special, and then Quantumania, and then Guardians 3. I might actually swap that order, maybe. But we'll see. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm skipping Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Who is that? What is that?
The only good thing about Secret Invasion is Nick Fury's wife. I actually really like his wife.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. But
like, I don't remember literally anything else other than
and you don't
that.
Have to. Because we're going to fucking skip it. Then it's the Marvels, which love that movie. Then Deadpool and Wolverine, which is absolute fire, obviously. I did watch randomly Deadpool yesterday.
Well, you watched it earlier, too, because remember we watched it together?
I thought that was yesterday. That's what I was
That wasn't yesterday.
That was earlier this week.
Yeah.
It was yesterday in my mind. Whatever.
It was last weekend.
Agatha All Along, it was not. It was this week. It was like Tuesday. You didn't go to work.
That's a weekend.
That's not no damn weekend. A Tuesday is a weekend just because you don't go to work. That's crazy. But no, we'll watch Agatha All Along, and Daredevil Born Again, and then Captain America Brave New World, and then the Thunderbolts, and then the Fantastic Four, and then we'll be fucking completely caught up other than the new shit we have to talk about that we just watched, and that is
Wonder Man.
And yo, if I needed something to light a fire under my ass to keep on pursuing the filmmaking part of my dreams, Wonder Man came at just the perfect time. The second thing about Wonder Man, again, Destin Daniel Cretton working on the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And the way that he killed Shang-Chi and the way that he knocked this Wonder Man shit out of the park, I already know that this next Spider-Man movie is going to be amazing. Pun intended.
I think what I really enjoyed about Wonder Man And I think this is one of those shows that it was smart to release it all at once because of how the pacing works. The pacing also is perfect for this because I started it out cringing, so cringing at the beginning. And I think and it's not the kind of cringe like, oh, they shouldn't have made it this way. It's the kind of cringe that fits with the character.
You were cringing at
Simon, oh yeah.
You were cringing at Simon.
He was very cringy, but that's the whole point because by the end of it, I'm like, give me more Simon.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see his power. Like, this man is insane. His powers are insane. The whole time I was just waiting for it, and then it's like the beat dropping. Whenever it drops, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And not only that, Sir Ben Kingsley.
Trevor Slattery, god
every
damn.
single time he's come back since Iron Man 3, it just makes me like Iron Man 3 even more. And I was one of the few people, if you haven't figured out throughout our whole discussion through this, I have a lot of unpopular opinions about the movies that people don't like. I actually really liked Iron Man 3 when it first came out, but I also loved it because of its really good portrayal of PTSD.
It always did that well.
And the more that I see Trevor Slattery, because what was another movie that I just said was in my top 5 that's got him in it? Shang-Chi. Like, he's amazing. He's really good. He really, like, the bromance that happens between the two of them, they've got great chemistry.
Yeah.
They really do. They really are a great duo. And
people are saying that Trevor Slattery is one of the greatest original characters to the MCU. He's
an original character? He's not in the...
He's not a comic book character at all.
He's our Harley Quinn.
He's just a regular ass dude. I was firmly in the camp when Iron Man 3 came out that it was mediocre.
Yeah.
For, like, in its place in time, at that time, you wanted to see more Iron Man action. I was also young, so I also really did just want to see more Iron Man action. And I feel like now that I'm older, I can appreciate more of the other things that narrative was trying to bring forward. But I also believe that the greater context of the whole MCU can make it so that things that you kind of weren't really fucking with when they came out, they can be better contextually. Like seeing Iron Man and wanting him to face the actual Mandarin, like a magical foe, and seeing technology versus magic, we still haven't got to really see that. And so I still kind of miss that aspect of it. And so Trevor Slattery is just representing kind of a bastardization of a character that was problematic, but also that you kind of wanted to see at that time. But now it's like watching Trevor Slattery's journey through the MCU is kind of interesting. And so when we watched Iron Man 3 back just last week, I guess, in our rewatch, I was like, I can fuck with this.
But also the ending, because I'm not going to spoil it, the ending of Wonder Man. This was a character that we were like, this is a bastardization, but then he's like, let me be badass with it.
Yeah.
And like the moment that it happens, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I'm hating Zolo. I'm like, bro.
I knew it too. I seen it coming.
I'm like, this is dope.
They set it up well.
They set it up really well.
They set it up well because
especially with the teens.
Yeah.
Like
half the people that Trevor Slattery ran into, the first thing that they're like is that the Mandarin?
Is that the Mandarin?
It still kind of follows him around, and so like that was dope. But then on the subject of Simon, the journey as an actor, one thing. The family dynamic, dope to see that. That's another thing. But also, in fact, Wonder Man is probably one of the most powerful characters that exists in the Marvel Universe right now. Now that he's out here and doing shit. And so, like, I want to see this man in a goddamn Avengers movie.
Yeah.
I want to see this man interacting with more of the characters that we know and love. And like I was saying earlier, West Coast Avengers. I want to see him.
I do want to see that.
And Rhodey. And fucking, who else would be up in the West Coast Avengers? There'd be quite a few of them over there.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man is over there in the West Coast. He's not typically associated with the West Coast Avengers.
And
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, yeah.
Yeah.
The other West Coast Marvel group.
Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kate
But
Bishop was in
it's
New
usually
York.
Clint though.
Okay.
So like what I'm talking about when I
Yeah.
say the West Coast Avengers is I'm talking about the literal West Coast Avengers from the comic books.
From the comic
those
books.
are characters from the comic books.
Isn't Cloak and Dagger technically West Coast?
Cloak and Dagger
In
West Coast Avengers.
I remember in the Infinity Gauntlet, that's where Cloak was, because that's kind of where he was stationed. If I've got that correct.
You might be right about that.
No, the other group when I was growing up, a big one for me, in the comics was the Runaways.
Really?
They're the West Coast. Yeah.
They are on the West Coast for sure.
And we watched the first couple of episodes of that. It was really good. We enjoyed it. It was just it was one of those things that it gets fallen off because other shit's happening.
Yeah.
And we kind of got into it late, so we were like, "Oh, let's get caught up," but we couldn't get caught up in time
because
or something. We watched the Cloak and Dagger season, like the first season. We didn't finish though.
Yeah. And we might need to go back and circle back on those because with Jessica Jones now coming out for Daredevil Born Again season 2, I believe that they are folding all those kind of Netflix characters into the greater universe. Like you see them talking to Mike Coulter and be like, "Would you pick up Luke Cage?" And he's like, I think I still got some stories of Luke Cage to tell. And like, I personally, I wouldn't be mad if we got the same Iron Fist back. I don't think,
especially with him and Luke Cage, because him and Mike Coulter have such a good
Heroes for Hire was
chemistry.
Dope.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily blame him as the actor for why that show was the weakest of the Netflix shows.
Yeah,
and maybe with some different setup, or maybe at a different time in Danny's life, he could do a better job. And so I'm willing to give him a second shot at that.
I wasn't mad at the first season, if we're being honest, because that whole that
first season was bad.
Here's the thing: is I'm remembering how bad, not bad as in like bad quality, but bad as in morality and what was fucking going on with the father who had just like pretended he just like faked his own death, and it was really fucked up. But I really think if we rewatched it, it would really resonate with what's going on politically right now, like with all the like back shit happening behind the scenes and whatnot. Like
I don't know. I feel like it wasn't that long ago that we because this happens all the time where it's like we just feel like we want to start watching the show again. Just like a few weeks ago, I just put on Scrubs again, and now we're 3 seasons into Scrubs again. But it be happening that we watch the shows again. So it wasn't too long ago that we started to watch Daredevil again, that we were going through Luke Cage and stuff again. And I just remember picking up Iron Fist again. I'm like, no, this shit is dragging like a mother. Like, it's just not interesting. Like, there's a bunch of not interesting shit that's happening. And the fights also weren't great. And they picked it up in the second season. I do remember the second season being way more interesting and having better fights and better choreography, but I just don't think it was enough to save the reputation that the first season had brought for it.
Is there 3 seasons?
There's 2 seasons.
There's 2 seasons. We didn't finish the second season.
We totally finished the second season.
No, we didn't, because I did not watch Colleen get the Iron Fist.
I seen all that.
Okay, well,
so
then
if
you did.
Then that means that the first season wasn't enough to even convince you to keep watching the better second season.
No, we started watching the second season. I'm like, this is boring. But that's what I'm saying. The first season I enjoyed because of how like fucked up.
I'm willing to bet you $50 that if we decide to sit down and rewatch both season 1 and 2 of Iron Fist, that you'd be like, no, this first season is very bad and the second season is actually redeemable. I'd be willing to bet you $50.
No, you know what's redeemable is him showing up in Luke Cage, is him being in the Defenders, because I wasn't mad at him in the Defenders. That's probably because he's being bounced off of other characters. Yeah,
just with some more interesting stuff going on. I don't think the stories around Danny Rand that they chose to tell or how they chose to tell them were just interesting enough. But him in an ensemble, and definitely him with Luke Cage, that was good. I enjoyed that. I liked the Defenders a lot, actually. But Wonder Man was fire.
Wonder Man was.
Go watch Wonder Man. I wouldn't call us halfway through this rewatch. No. It's definitely not half. We're still in the pretty early going of it. Maybe the first third. Because we're pushing up on this shit right here.
Yeah, I want to say that Infinity War and Endgame is actually the half.
Probably. But they got a lot of little fucking series and shit in here.
Well, after Infinity War and Endgame is when the big series start really picking up.
Yeah, so we gotta continue. That means we gotta watch Guardians 2 sometime, probably soon. Let's do it again soon. Have any final thoughts about MCU or video games?
Baby see you.
Or the baby?
Baby see you.
Or your ADHD?
No, that's how ADHD works. We're just gonna abruptly sound. No, we need to get back into the theater and seeing more theater stuff and watching more movies.
Yeah, AMC just charged me like a couple days ago. So we
AMC
definitely
stopped charging me because I changed my credit card and I haven't told them until I was gonna go see a movie. I'm like, this is a perfect time, but they're gonna be like, you did the thing, and so I bounced between 2 different emails for that reason.
That's ridiculous. But we'll get back in the theater for sure. We got some movies to see. It's definitely some stuff.
I want to see the Sam Raimi one.
I've been seeing that trailer. That looks pretty interesting.
Was it Get Help or something?
Get Help, yeah. There's some interesting stuff coming out. We'll get back to the theater.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it. I want to test these lobs in the car, actually, too, at some point.
Okay, at some point.
At some point. It doesn't have to be today. But you decide to be like, I just want to plop.
I need to. I'm growing a child.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Have you decided that you don't want to go to that storage unit
No,
today?
we have to, or they will take it away. We have to go put the lock on it. We
Today?
have to go. Yes.
Okay, then. You should have been on it as soon as I got home then. Oh, well, we'll call it because I feel like that was pretty,
Cosmic. Face is quiet.